Hello, it's Kevin here. Time for a video. Cambridge 6 is this current one. First things first, show you this. Disclaimer, fair use, you know the score. I show it every time, blah blah blah. So what we're looking at is this. Cambridge 6, Test 1, Writing Task 1. So, as you may know, we started at 18, we did Cambridge 18, 17, 16, all the way down, and now we're currently at Cambridge number 6. So, I'm showing you an example and explaining every academic writing task 1 in the Cambridge series. Okay? And then, I invite people from my Telegram group, IELTS9.plo, to write their samples for comment. This week, we only have 2, so this is going to be pretty short in terms of a video, but we'll see what we can do. So, like I say, introduction, pretty straightforward. So you just paraphrase the topic. Line graph shows a comparison, worldwide water use, water consumption figures in Brazil and the DRC. Because as you see, we only have line graph. There's only 3 things on it. Not a lot of information here. Then you've got this water consumption and table between Brazil and Congo, the DRC. So now you can't make comparisons between the two because it keeps saying make comparisons, but these are not alike, so we can't compare this with this. You can maybe do a comparison within the graph, a comparison within the table, but that's one reason why this one is only 179 words. Okay, so paraphrase the topic, include what's on the x-axis, what's on the y-axis, the 3 categories, blah blah blah. If you've seen my videos before, you know the score. I mean, you could put you could put worldwide water use measured in km3 if you wanted to in the introduction. You could do. There's no real need because it's clear enough here, but still. So introduction. Now, key features, right? As we can see, in general, global water use increased, but obviously agriculture was the standout, okay? And from the table, it's obviously Brazil is considerably larger in all 3 categories than the Congo. So again, not much to put there, okay? Global water, largest increase being in agriculture, water consumption higher in Brazil, since we're talking about water consumption. Then, do the graph, do the table. Water use, 500 agricultural globally, less than 100 approximately for both, which it is. It's less than that, so that's 1,000, so 0, that's about 100, yeah. Compare this to 2000, had steadily risen. Industrial had also, but figures and data, figures and data. So that's pretty much it, because it's a steady rise, really, So you could have maybe put something like up to 19 to 50. It was pretty static, and then it kind of rose. Well, there's no real need. You can do. I couldn't be bothered. You could do. You could put that there, but like I say, there's no real need. And then you've got the table here. So you've got the population with this and this, water consumption was this and this, irrigated land which was this and this. So this is why this one's only 179 words. There's no comparisons to be made between the 2, only within the table. The chart graph. Within the table, there's nothing else. You can't draw any comparisons between the 2. You could maybe flesh this out a bit by saying it was relatively stable until 1940, and then it's gradually, and show a slight increase. You could do that. Maybe I should have done, but I was writing this in 20 minutes. Actually, it took about 10 or 15 minutes. But still, this would certainly do the job. You could maybe put a bit more information in. Like I say, I didn't have a lot of time today, so I didn't. But still, this would do the job. Okay, it's pretty clear. Now these two here, I won't mention the name of the author, but he was writing to me before asking about he's having a lot of trouble in keeping his word count down, 260 words. Well, okay, we'll take a look at this one first. So we don't now. I have made a couple of changes. All right, before we start. So change that article. So you could say that, but you could just say it's a century or between 1900 to 2000, because we can see that it's a century. So you don't really need to tell us this. But that aside, okay, that's not bad. With, not and, okay. Far more than Cox. So yeah, that's pretty much the same as I did. Then you've got figures and data. Right, yeah. Was zero in this survey? Okay. Agriculture consumers stayed throughout the research. Okay, so I wouldn't really use that. It's just, it's what it shows. So you don't have to say in this survey the research kind of shows, because it's just it's not research, is it? It's a picture. It's a diagram, so I would just keep it simple. Okay, so this isn't too bad. Keep there, increase, and kept there, increase, arrived at. So don't forget it's all past tense. Okay, make sure you got all your tenses. Okay, turning to the table, more population, water consumption, irrigated. Now, both of them seem to have mislaid that. So that's actually, let me just get that picture open. Yeah, you can see it's a comma, it's not a period, so it's not 26.5, it's 26,500. Yeah, so I think this error in both of these two, I think it's misreading. Maybe they saw it on their phones. I'm not entirely sure why. Aims, uses. It's not a decade, it's a century. In the first year of the 21st century, you mean in 2000? So you could make, this is one reason why your word count's here, because you're using extraneous words. So you could have just said in 2000. Or you could simply say here, overall, the agricultural sector. So you can cut out most, so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12 words that you don't need. And you've got an extra, what's that? 8 words that you don't need there. So this is one reason why. I mean, look, you could just say, right, in 2000, and you could just say, overall, yeah, and then you've if we check the word count now, I mean, that's just 2 examples there, right? If we look at it now, yeah, so now it's 249, so we've lost 11 words there. And I'm sure if we were to go through this, we could do something much along the same kind of lines, yeah, and lose some extraneous words. The surveyed time frame, over the period. So why use 3 words when you can use 1 word, So you can see how we can get this word count down, which is, like I say, what the author of this was talking about. Okay, so not too bad. Soaring to a zenith. I'm not quite sure what. Do you mean soaring or reaching a peak or peaking? Additionally, while until the middle, the water that had been used had not changed notably. So again, there's nothing wrong here, but it's just the way you construct your sentences, or the way the author has constructed them. It's a little bit wordy. You don't really need this. We can take out some of these extraneous words, like in that those 2 examples, which I just kind of gave there. Again, misread this, I think. It's a comma, so it's 26,500. Okay, so not too bad. I say we only had 2, so this video's pretty short. So I'll just leave mine there. Like I say, you could put some extra stuff in here, but 179 words, that will be fine. I mean, look, right, I could put something like, okay, I could put that there. And what else did I say? I could put something like, Government's 2000, I could put something like, it was static, both it was so I don't know if I can really change this now. Let's do that. So I could put something like, if I wanted to. However, both industrial and domestic use were relatively static until around 1950, after which they showed a steady rise. Yeah, so I could do it like that. And if I check the word count now, it's like 192. So I've only added like 14 words just by putting that in. 100 and what's that? Did I say 192? So anyway, you could do it, or I could do it. I just did do it, just like that. But those 14 words are not really going to make a great deal of difference in terms of the overall score. But still, I'll just make it smaller so you can see the whole thing there. Yeah, even after my minor alterations, now that I think back. Okay, so I changed that. What's for me? So that's the x-axis, yeah. And I put that little thing there about how, if you look at it, make it here. So yeah, around about 1950. So it's relatively static up to 1950, and then it started to rise. So maybe I should have included that. Now I think on, maybe that would have been good. And still, it's only 192 words. Anyway, so that minor revision aside, there you go. I think that should give you some ideas, yeah. Hope that helps. So next video is going to be Cambridge 6 test number 2. I'm going to post that in the group, IELTS 9 Pro Telegram. I'll do that actually now. And then hopefully we'll get more respondents. And then if anybody wants to join the group and submit your writing, links below, etc. And I'll see you soon. Okay? Right. Bye for now.